Hey guys, welcome into today's reading. So glad you're here today. And I want to thank you for returning and enjoying the readings. I hope that you're getting some benefit out of them. I do enjoy doing them for you. Today's reading is going to be a little different. I was actually going to put away the goddess deck that I used in my previous reading. When I was putting the cards into the box, my spirit guide said, Freyja. Freyja, Freyja. So they were asking me to take Freyja out of that deck, only Freyja. So I did so. So Freyja wants to come through, and it says, bold, unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. Okay, so the energy that I was getting off of that immediately was that there is something, or what I was downloading was that there's something going on right now in your life that you need specific energy to embody. Okay. So there's something that you're looking to do or a path or a direction that you're looking to go into. Maybe it's a new project that you're looking to start, and maybe you're not embodying the energy, or you need some extra strength or energy to go for it. I mean, I was shuffling another deck, and the card that when I split the deck to shuffle it, it said "Go for it." And this is kind of this energy of Freya, like being bold, taking the next step, taking that leap of faith and going for it, going in the direction that you truly want to go in, even if it comes with risks, right? Take risks and be daring. The other thing that I did notice about Freya, Freya she's representing the qualities of air, right? So air is associated with Freya, and she is a warrior, a Norse warrior, as far as I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And so because she is of Norse descent, then I did also pull these rune cards that I was guided to use today, and a few other decks specifically for Freya. She's also connected with animals. And with higher dimensional qualities. So we have in this picture this crystal god, right? I don't know if you can see that very well in the camera, but it's this face of a god over the mountain, and has its crystal hands over his face or her face, the being. And then the third eye is sparkling outwards. So there is some sort of energy that is right now, you're in an energy right now that is highly amplified. So this may have to do with bringing in your manifestations. This may have to do with just embodying a specific energy so that you can take actionable steps uh, every day, or to change your routine, or to change your habits, in order to bring in this newness, this new project or this new path that you're looking to get onto. But it's going to require you changing your own energy. So that is kind of what I downloaded from that. I will read the book here. So, message from Freya. Don't play it safe right now. Instead, take bold action in the direction of your true heart's desire. Makes sense? Success comes not from timidity, but from committing yourself fully to realizing your dream. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like, you might need a specific energy to embody that dream, and to really stay focused, or to put your time and attention into taking action on it, right? So, hold the clear intention of success and it shall come about. Enjoy the excitement of taking risks, of being bold, and of being daring. And be sure to celebrate your success with a party, or by splurging on a wonderful indulgence. Various meanings of this card. Take a risk, make a bold life change, appreciate your body, flirt, go have fun, and celebrate. How about Freya? A Nordic, yeah, Nordic, Norse, a Nordic earth goddess of fertility, celebration, and passion. Freya rides in a chariot. Turn this around for you so you can see. Freya rides in a chariot pulled by mighty cats across the rainbow bridge connecting heaven and earth. Unafraid of her schmegdual power, Freya teaches us to appreciate our attractiveness and to enjoy ourselves. No wonder then that the day of the week, Friday, was named in her honor, since this day is associated with the end of the work week and a time for celebration. Ooh, I just got chills. All right. Okay. So that's the energy shift that I'm feeling. Ooh, major goosebumps all over. That is the energy shift that I'm feeling is that we have switched. We're really switching the dynamics of our own energy and energetic field, our frequency to match or be in resonance to um, what it is that we're wanting to manifest or that we're pulling in for ourselves. Like you may have worked on this manifestation for a while, but now it's about taking some action and celebrating your wins because what I'm getting from this is that there are doors, chapters in your life that have been closing that you've been working on to close or to bring closure to, cycles, things like that. And you're now shifting into this new timeline. So that's a beautiful thing. Congratulations to each of you. All right, let's get these rings. Okay, so I have already called on Freya to join us today since this came through. Freya, um, well, let's just first get a message from Freya and then I'll move on to what I was going to ask. Freya, what message do you have for the collective right now? What message or guidance do you have for the collective right now? Okay, so joy. Yeah, so that's what I was just talking about. So this is Wonjo. And I might be saying, I'm probably saying that wrong because they actually pronounce their J's like Y's there. So that would be Wonyo and joy. And not a surprise. Look what kind of animal is on there. It's a lion, and a dream catcher. So what this is telling me is that um yes, this joy, this celebration, this is a celebration of a milestone in your life. So you've been working on something to occur in your life or to show up in your life, a manifestation, a dream, something that you've wanted for a long time. For some of you, I heard it could have been years. Maybe it's just closure on something or someone. But whatever this manifestation is, it is a cause for celebration. And this celebration, this dream of yours, is being protected. Hence why we have the lion here wearing the headdress, right? Also, these feathers on the headdress tie into the feathers here in her wings, on her skull cap, which are representations of air, of movement, right? Of being light as a feather. And the energy of the cats here to protect your dreams, right? So this joy, this joy comes from the celebration of knowing that all of the work that you've recently been putting into bringing things to a close, to ending old cycles, um, stepping away from certain aspects of like possibly addictions or attachments, things like that. Um, is what's helping to bring this manifestation in. And attachments can come in many different forms, right? Again, they can come in addictions, they can come in emotional attachments, energetic attachments, all of the different types of things. It can mean a lot of different things, but for each of you, it's going to be different, but your dreams are protected. That's what I'm really getting strongly here is that this energy of joy, also, when you elevate to that experience of joy and embody this energy of Freya, whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter whether you, or if you embody this energy and you allow yourself to step out of maybe a comfort zone, or not allow anybody or anything to rob you of that joy. Because again, when you start stepping into a more healed version of yourself, shadow aspects show up in other individuals or in situations in your life to try and get you off that path of feeling your highest joy or your highest passion, right? So this energy is really reiterating that it's important for you to allow yourself to feel that joy, to feel ecstatic, to feel divine bliss, and to celebrate your achievements and your accomplishments. And that's what I'm really getting here because um, Freya had a lot of achievements under her belt, right? She was a great divine protector and warrior. And so this energy, this strength, and resilience, I heard, has carried you through to the finish line or to a finish line in your life. Okay. So whatever is happening, whether you are leaving a toxic situation or whether something is finalizing a contract, something legal, or you are leaving a job that no longer serves you or makes you happy, or you're changing your life in a better direction that's going to make you happier or to free up more time for yourself to do the things that you truly feel passionate about or love. This is this energy that is needing to be not only reflected upon and embodied, but truly celebrated because you have made massive achievements and your spirit guides, I just heard, your spirit guides and your holy ancestors, they're celebrating you. So even if you are celebrating alone, know that if you set up something, oh, goosebumps all over. Thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. Know that even if you are perceived to be alone in this 3D realm, they still want you to do something special to celebrate this milestone because it's massive. It's massive. You didn't allow or you're not allowing someone else's opinions or feelings or um, interference to prevent you from feeling this joy and from moving forward with your life in the direction that you feel is best for you. And that in itself is a milestone. And so they want you to do something really special and embody this energy that Freya has available for you. Goosebumps again. um, and really celebrate with yourself or with others that you love. But even if you're alone, they're saying you're not alone. We're celebrating with you. We are so proud of you. And you need to see just how far you've come and recognize this milestone. Okay? So that's amazing. Thank you, Freya, for that message. And thank you to the collective Holy Ancestors and Holy Spirit team, angels. I do tap into your Holy Ancestors, your guardian angels, and your Holy Spirit team every time that I do these collective readings. So, whew, the power. There's a lot of energy right now coming through me. Wow. All right, Freya, what other message do you have? Whoa, collective, the one in my hand. Okie dokie. Flow. That was a bit messy. Okay, so that is I just heard that's a message in of itself. So the cards, I don't know if that caught it, but the cards just went flying. Not staying together either. The cards went flying and flow stayed in my hand. Okay, so there is a need to perhaps shift the way that your energy is flowing. So it seems to me, and this was coming through before too, that this may be a time of a lot of distractions, a lot of unneeded, unnecessary distractions. And that's kind of what I was channeling in before, is that people, places, things are going to start interfering possibly with this energy because you're rising above, you are elevating, so you are taking that next step up, you are quantum shifting, I heard, into a new timeline, and some things may be trying to disrupt your flow at this time, right? I do see, yeah, okay, so I see the moon and I see octopus tentacles kind of coming out of this sea plant here. Okay. And then obviously, these are representations of water and what's hidden. The moon is about generally about what's hidden. It's also about intuition. It's also about how it affects the currents of our oceans, like how it affects the tide, the rising of the tide, or how low it is. And so this energy coming through flow with the cards spilling out, it's really telling me that this hidden energy, whether it is in your life specifically, or it is in people who have possibly been working against you, or even just that energy working in other people showing up, it it is coming to the surface. So when you are taking this step up, it actually reveals the energy that has been hidden in the darkness. Okay. So when this happens, um, consciously or unconsciously, that which was hidden, so uh, whatever was hidden, like maybe lies or deception or even just the truth not being spoken or being revealed begins to be revealed in the energy of those people who perhaps were going against you, or just in the energy in your environment or within yourself. So, this is a card of energies coming forward. Or the light being shone on them because you are starting to elevate, because you are starting to step into that sun energy, right? Freya is filled with this gold and this yellow and crystalline energy and the rainbow because she represents that energy, that strength, that light, that divinity, right? And when things come to light, everything that's been hidden in the shadow of the moon or in darkness gets revealed. Whether it's to you, you may be receiving more information and downloads personally, or insights, higher perspectives on things, whether that is towards yourself or on the situations that you've experienced in the past. But also in the people who have challenged you in the past, they will be forced to see themselves clearly. And so this energy, and that when I see the octopus tentacles, I mean, I don't typically think of the octopus as something negative because they're extremely intelligent. They're able to shape shift. Oh, that might be a message for somebody. Shape shifting, changing their skin colors and their skin patterns like a chameleon, right? So instantly and quickly, and they're highly intelligent. So whomever this is in your life may actually be a shapeshifter, maybe somebody who is, or even just an energy showing up in many people who's manipulative or who has many masks, is able to shift very easily and manipulate people, or is very deceptive, right? But this energy can no longer hide as you take steps forward and up into the light. So it doesn't matter where you are on your path. This is going to apply to each of you the stages in which you are in your journey, along your journey. That's what's going to this is going to happen regardless for each of you, but it's going to look differently for each of you because we are all on our different journeys at different timelines and different situations, right? So this energy will be coming back around even if you were closing the door once and for all. Let's say it's a marriage and you're closing the door once and for all, emotionally, energetically, physically, all of it. um, this energy wants to come back around one more time, or maybe a within a bunch of little bursts to try and cause upheaval in your life. But really, I think this kind of already happened, and many of you passed that test, right? It was a test to see how you would deal with the energy as it came in, how you would choose to manifest as opposed to going down the rabbit hole of perhaps that old energy or that old dynamic. I heard paradigm. Okay, so this is a paradigm shift. Yeah, this is a paradigm shift. So the old paradigm that you were living on, that old timeline, that is now phasing out. And like, oh yeah, unfazed. I just heard you were unfazed by the whole situation. And so energetically, emotionally, physically, or just one of those areas, you were unfazed by whatever relentless, tyrannical, I heard, energy this is representing right here. And you decided to shift your focus away from the distractions to really see the truth because this energy is trying to not only distract you in many different forms and through different people, but it's also trying to confuse you from what direction you're supposed to go into. And so I think a lot of you have been trusting your own intuition at this time, moving in your own flow, moving in the direction that that is taking you to your highest timeline, right? Not giving any more attention or time to said people or situations or energy. And if you're not yet, then if you're not feeling like you're fully aligned with that, because maybe you're seeing a lot of these distractions show up in your life, then you're being asked to get in alignment with that energy, calling on Freya, asking for assistance in getting aligned in your own personal flow state, as well as your own personal timing, because each of us has our own timing, right? In how things flow really well. And also, I just heard that getting into a channeling state where you can do something that is creative and without distractions, without noise, without distractions, and just get into that channeling state, that's going to really help you with understanding how you channel, how you flow. And I'm also picking up highly on intuition is very strong at this time. So the energy that you're in right now is amplified. So whatever it is that, yeah, goosebumps. Phew. Sometimes they are so strong. I have to pause for a second. The energy is amplified right now, your frequency, your vibration, this crystalline vibration, like the reason why people use crystals and why they were used so long ago was because of their power to not only magnify, but to hold information, right? So whatever energy you put into your creation is going to be amplified by, well, how much? I'm hearing like 100%. It's going to be super amplified, magnified. So if you're taking passionate action, not like forcing yourself to do something because you need to do it, but actually doing it when you feel called to do it, in that moment instead of putting it off and coming back to it later when maybe you don't have the energy to do it. When you feel called to do something, you're taking passionate action, this is going to amplify the amount of work that gets done in that short period of time. So it's like little bursts of power. And being in this state and being in this new timeline, this new energy, this is going to bring you closer to your manifestations so much faster. Okay, so that's really amazing. What else would you like to share with the collective, Freya? What other messages or advice do you have for the collective? Whoa, possessions. Okay, this is the only one that wasn't turned. Oh, okay. So, do you want me to take possessions? Okay, so what's that one? Okay, so we have Dagas. Dagas. I actually am of Norse descent as well. But these are very old names. I should familiarize myself more with them so that I can say them properly, but hopefully I'm doing it justice. So Dagas, breakthrough energy. So we have the moth here, who's over the moon. Or is that the Earth? No, that's the moon. Okay. Yeah. So, and then we have this lotus flower in the background. So, really, what I was already picking up on this moon energy. So, the moon is behind in this one, right? And we're shifting from light here, and we're kind of moving into this moon being hidden behind this person, right? Well, it's not really a person. It's a breathing apparatus for scuba diving, an old school one, but I'm picking up this energy of this moon moving from behind them outward, right? Which is this shadow side being revealed and coming to light. But in this particular rune, the moon is front and center with a moth. And so you can see how the energy is progressing from light being like you carrying this vibration of light and strength and power and resilience and tenacity and all that amazing stuff that you harness within yourself that you have developed through lifetimes um, is actually forcing this moon to move into being front and center. So it can no longer be ignored. It has to be confronted. So whether this is your own shadow at this time coming out, which I'm not really seeing so much. I'm seeing that you are embodying this light frequency, this energy, this new timeline, and it's pushing the shadow um, out to be confronted in others. And so you might notice if you're out and about, you might be noticing people reacting differently. And it may not necessarily be good reactions. You might notice that you are perhaps rubbing people the wrong way. They might be overreacting over nothing to your energy. And that's kind of this energy is that right now you're in this amplified energy where nothing can stay hidden from you. And your light confronts the entities and other people, right? And some people will take that in a good way, that, you're reflecting something back to them that makes them reconsider how they show up in the world to learn something about themselves, right? Because you're meant to illuminate things in others. You're meant to be that mirror. And the higher up you get, the more of a clear reflection your mirror is towards others so that they can see themselves reflected within you. So you may be getting reactions that are neutral, but then you might also be getting more reactions that are not neutral, that are kind of like, um, you might be questioning like why are they reacting like that or what was that all about? I didn't even do anything, you know? Why did that person give me a dirty look all of a sudden? It's because your energy is reflecting back to them the issues within themselves. So they can no longer, that's anybody, whether these are people from your past or just random strangers you encounter in the grocery store. People either will shy away from your energy or they will accept it readily. And the people that shy away from your energy will either avoid you or they'll confront you in a negative way or with a negative reaction because all of a sudden they're going to see themselves reflected within you or within themselves from you, and they're going to see their shadow. And they don't even have to be directly face to face with you. This can happen even in a message or over a phone call or in an email. They're going to have to confront their shadow and their guilt and their shame and whatever is associated with their shadow. So, this is a major breakthrough in your energy, and that really shows what kind of level up you have actually made in your energy. So if you are having these kinds of situations pop up, this is why. It's because you're no longer willing to allow other people's shadows and darkness and entities to affect you negatively. You've decided for yourself that you're going to step into the light, onto the right path, focus your energy, stay driven towards elevating yourself and constantly learning about yourself, right? And having these breakthrough moments. This is not just about revealing the shadows of others. It's about no longer taking on their shadow. So, no longer taking responsibility for anybody else's issues, emotional dysregulation, inability to handle their stuff, to deal with life in an adult or mature way, no longer taking on people's projections, opinions, or their perhaps mental instability. This is a breakthrough. So this just shows how strong you are, which makes sense that Freyja represents so much strength to me. And this is it's not just a physical strength, but it's an internal strength. I have goosebumps again. Whew. You are embodying this energy. And if you're not, then Freya's here to help you with that. So call on Freyja to embody this energy to have this breakthrough. Because I get the feeling that once you fully embody this breakthrough energy, this joy, this celebration, this strength, and you redirect your flow, this is what's going to allow everything that was hidden to be revealed. And maybe you've been waiting for some truth to come forward. You likely have had some intuition or ideas about certain people or situations in the past, but the truth has not been revealed because somebody's been wearing that mask. Somebody's been changing their mask frequently, possibly manipulating, possibly telling people whatever they want to hear, right? But that facade is about to drop. And so this energy needs to be harnessed so that that can happen and the truth can finally come forward and the universe can step in and do its job, right? To balance the scales. Okay, do you want me to continue with these cards? Okay, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, which deck would you like me to use? Depends on your question, I just heard. All right, okay. So what can the collective do in their personal life to embody this energy, Freya, other than joy and celebration? So we got that and flow. There we go. Inspire yourself. All right. Yeah, that's kind of what we are channeling in the beginning is there's some sort of passion or I don't want to say desire because it's not a desire. There's some sort of dream that you've had, a vision, something that you've received from the divine, something that you know would make your life better, would improve your life, would make you so much happier. There is something that inspires you to want to live a better life, inspires you to want to continue to find that balance within your life, or that brings you that joy. And so to bring in this energy, in this celebration, in this energy of celebration, Freya wants you to inspire yourself. If there are things in your life, um, like jobs or projects, creative projects, or things that you've wanted to get to for a long time, but you haven't made the time, or maybe you didn't have the supplies, or maybe other things were interfering, right? Even if it's just sitting down and journaling your dreams, I heard. And I actually received a vision of you like making a list. What are the things that light me up, that inspire me? Is it the story of somebody else whose life is inspiring or the actions that they took? Um, does that inspire you? Do you look up to somebody? Um, embody that, I heard. If there's somebody that you look up to who inspires you or who came from a position that was um, disadvantaged and then made something of themselves, embody that energy. Allow yourself to be inspired, regardless of if it is like a list of things that you'd like to try, or a bucket list, I heard, or maybe places you'd like to travel, or it's actually taking action on the things, or it's a story, or a person who inspires you. Whatever it is, embody that energy. Take some time to incorporate this aspect into this energy of your celebration and allow yourself to meander in that energy of inspiration. All right. What else can the collective do to align with this energy? What actionable steps can the collective do right there? Ah, yeah. Take an adventure. Yeah. Well, and I think we have that twice. Yep. Adventure. Oh, goosebumps. Wow. Okay, adventure, adventure. Okay, because Freya is a free spirit. She's not held down by any person, thing. That does not mean that she does not have healthy, good, strong bonds and relationships with people, but she is a goddess who is not going to allow anything or anyone to determine her success or happiness, or maybe toxic situations that are going to allow her to be tied down or connected or um, attached to toxic situations, things, or places, right? So she's really a free spirit who likes to move to the beat of her own drum, is what I heard. And so being spontaneous, bringing in the energy of spontaneity, and going on an adventure, even if you can't leave the city, maybe you don't have a car, or um, maybe you live somewhere that's really densely populated, or anything like that. Like whatever it is, you can still take an adventure within your own city, within your own town. You can create something like, oh, I'm going to go camping in my backyard. you know, and fully embody that. Go on some sort of adventure and incorporate that freeness, that spontaneity, that energy of just going with the flow, with your own personal flow, with your own personal truth, I heard as well. Allowing yourself to embody this energy of being a free spirit and remembering what that feels like, because I just heard that it's that energy that has been lackluster in your life, that's been missing. And this energy in itself is going to wake something up within you to inspire you to okay, to liberate yourself more and more and more from any attachments that you may have that are holding you back from fully embodying this energy and this inspirational energy every single day, this joy. So what she's really saying is embody the energy of your inner child, not the wounded inner child, but the part of you who wants to explore, who wants to go and catch butterflies or minnows, right? Who, pardon me, who wants to see the beauty and awe in a flower, right? Who wants to take moments to really recognize just how amazing Earth is, just how amazing life is. Taking some time to slow it down to really smell those roses. Allowing your inner child to come out and play. If you can't get away, maybe you have obligations, right? You have children to raise. If you can't get away physically and do something, then maybe like playing a game together or doing something that's going to bring out that inner child, but doing it spontaneously, just in the flow. So not forcing anything, but when you feel like it, if you feel like it, act on that. Take inspired action into those urges that your inner child is calling forward, because your inner child is really has any of the darkness and the threats disappear because you are stepping into this energy, right, and embodying the light. Your inner child is going to feel safer coming out and wants to engage and wants to play and wants to bring back your sense of joy, your sense of being spontaneous and and being creative and taking this inspired action into the things just because. If you ask a kid why they're doing what they're doing, um, you know, when they're doing things that they enjoy or they're playing or they're, you know, writing or make believing or they're creating something, what are their answers? It's not like, oh, because this is the only time that I have like an adult. Oh, because I need to do this so that, maybe it opens this part of me again, or I get in contact with my inner child. No, these are adult things. Children just do things because they feel inspired to do it and then they take action. This is the part of you that needs to be awakened at this time. And your inner child's coming through to say like, "Hey, it's time. Hello, I'm here. Come play with me." Okay. So, which deck would you like to go to next? Moonology? Okay. Do you have any advice for the collective on yeah, I don't see you as necessarily needing to let so much go. I think you just need to embody this energy to make it to fulfill it. Yes, to make this a concrete vibration that you stay in, staying in your flow, right? To have this breakthrough, you need to stay in this flow, in this vibration of joy and happiness to solidify it. I just heard. Okay. All right. So then, what question would you like me to ask for the collective? Is there anything that is making it difficult for the collective to step into this energy fully to embody it? Because everybody's on different timelines, so not everybody's going to be like fully here. Maybe you're still integrating certain aspects right now and you're in the middle of this shift. So, is there anything that may be preventing the collective or making it more difficult to hold this energy? Whoa. Okay. Go figure. Okay, so we've got strength. Okay, so I'm being told just to read this one first. So strength, Yang Moon. Okay, so some of you are having difficulty. Hold on, I need some water. Oof, that just attacked my throat suddenly. Weird. It felt like somebody took a fork and just stabbed at my vocal cords suddenly, and really dry. Okay, so some of you are having difficulty with staying strong in your focus, okay? This may not apply to everybody, these three cards, but for some of you, it is really about focusing your energy into joy, focusing into that flow in which you want to um, create from, right? That energy that you want to create from. So that might mean keeping your thoughts pure, keeping your energy pure, keeping your body pure, whatever it is, and aligned. You need to embody this strength, is what she's saying. And well, I guess that makes sense, right? We've been talking about strength, strength, strength. So it's a matter of selecting what's worth your time and what's not, and staying strong in your virtues, staying strong in your alignment, staying strong with your thoughts, catching yourself. That came up in the last reading as well. Catching yourself in the moment and then reprogramming your mind every time it comes up so that that neural pathway dies. The old one, the old way of operating, the old way of thinking, the old way of behaving dies off, and you create stronger neural pathways, right? This is about strengthening your own will because you have free will. You get to decide. And every moment that something comes forward that you don't like, you can either reject it and use your strength to reproject it in a positive light, or you can continue down that path that you don't like, right? So it's really up to you how you utilize your own strength. But if you're finding that it's difficult for you to focus your attention or your time or your energy into a specific path, then you can ask for assistance from Freya at this time. She's here to help with that strength and that resilience to stay aligned with that path that you want to create. Okay. Okay. So then we've got moon shining, stay in integrity. Okay. So I'm strongly picking up with this energy that what this is meaning is that this is to do more so with your emotions and your thoughts, maybe reeling off into a negative direction. And that could be because the more you step into this vibration, the more triggered other people are going to be. Okay. And so anytime that happens, there is a chance for you to derail out of integrity and go back into old thought patterns, behavioral patterns, or emotional patterns that aren't serving you. And so then you may react because of those things. And so some of you may be having some difficulty in keeping your energy or your thoughts completely aligned with integrity. And what that integrity looks like is recognizing that you have a feeling or you're hurt by or frustrated by or whatever. It always comes back down to just feeling hurt, right? All those negative emotions, but recognizing that that's where it's coming from, that these are your emotions to own, and to choose to stay in integrity by not projecting that outwards as a form as of retaliation, anger, resentment, bitterness, regret. Because as soon as you start getting out of your integrity, getting misaligned with your integrity, and you start projecting or even ruminating or whatever it is for you, um, then that energy is being projected onto another person, which then will come back to you negatively, right? So that will affect your path going forward and it'll bring in more of the same. That's manifestation 101, right? So making sure that you're owning your own things that are coming up and understanding where they're coming from and doing the inner work to continuously let go and surrender those burdens, whatever they are for you, so that you can stay in integrity. So maybe you have a negative thought about someone or something, and you just decide in that moment, no, I am going to cancel that thought. I'm going to pull it back, dissolve it, whatever you would like to say, clear, cancel, and release. And this is my new thought, or this is the new thing I'm going to say, regardless of how I feel about the person or the situation. This is how I am choosing to look at it. This is how I am choosing to feel about it in this moment and in every moment it comes up afterwards, right? It's about you choosing a different direction, a different timeline, a different thought, a different behavior. All right. And then we have the dark side of the moon mystery. Okay, what this signifies to me, so much moon energy in here. Holy Hannah. And I get why she wanted me to pull this moonology deck today because there's a lot of power being harnessed. The moon has so much power that it can affect the currents and the rising of the tides, right, in our own water system. That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of power. But the moon can also hide a lot of things on the dark side of the moon. And so for some of you, this is your own shadow. This is your own, I picked up fear. So for some of you, what's limiting you in fully embodying this is not knowing what the future holds. You may not have clarity in certain situations or on your path or on your soul's purpose or which step to take next, right? You may not even have clarity on that. And so this might be bringing up a bunch of fears, which is then invoking your own shadow side. And again, a part of this integrity, staying in integrity, requires you to be strong and to allow that to be illuminated along with this energy, with this light, with this frequency. Allow that to come to the surface for yourself so that you can acknowledge it. Acknowledge that that is just fear, and that fear is coming from X, Y, and Z place. And it's irrational, because if you allow yourself to be controlled by that fear, then you won't take any steps forward. You'll get foggy in your brain. You won't have mental clarity. You won't be attached or feeling your intuition. You won't be feeling into your body. You won't be able to feel these higher states of emotion and feelings. And you'll feel challenged by the future rather than excited for it. So, whatever is coming up for you that's in your own shadow, you're going to need a certain level of strength and integrity to pause, recognize it, recognize where it's coming from, and accept that there may either be some shadow work to do there, some introspection, or um, maybe you've done a lot of that in that area, whatever is coming forward for you. And you just now need to take actions in the opposite direction because you can feel fear, right? Fear is one of those emotions that, you can feel it, but you have to choose whether you're going to allow that to hold you back for the rest of your life or if you're going to take steps in the direction you want to go into anyways, despite the fear. And so this is about no longer allowing yourself to go down the path of fear and to instead decide to embody this strength. You see how we have this integrity in the middle, and then we have strength here, and we have this mystery here. So that's really representing like two sides of the scale, darkness and light. One is going to produce negative feelings, emotions, and negative situations, going to bring in more situations that are difficult that you don't like. and one is going to embody the true qualities that you possess within yourself as a creator in yourself, right? Being able to choose your life. You already embody these things. Your soul has already learned and developed this strength, and you've developed it through this lifetime. So it's already within you, this energy, this light. And this integrity is kind of in the middle of both of them, saying that you could go either way. And the choice is up to you, whether you want to live in this shadow aspect of yourself or whether or not you want to illuminate these parts of yourself and find balance, right? And the integrity can slip if you, like your integrity can slip if you move into your shadow aspects and you stay there. Because we all have shadow aspects, but it's how we deal with our shadow in the moment is what keeps us in integrity. You see what I'm saying? So you have the option to go in either or, but this is like the piece of the scales that holds the two uh, weighing plates on either side, and it can slip very easily into one direction or another. And so this is another message for some of you that there is a little bit of fragility still because you haven't strengthened your resilience or your path or your focus. Of course, that's going to resonate differently for each of you, but all that is needed is this recognition that it's up to you to decide for yourself, to choose in each moment and not backing down from that, I heard. Just choosing a direction and not backing down. Choosing to step into or embody integrity fully or embodying these emotions fully and not allowing anything to sway you off your path. And it will require work. That's why strength is here. It does require your attention and your work. It's one thing to think about it or to think about it and not take action, which puts you into this dark side, this mystery, this moon shadow energy. And another to actually decide in every moment, or at least catch yourself as many times as you can, um, to take the higher path for yourself. It's not just about other people. This is for yourself, right? The whole path is really for ourselves, but we do it as a collective together. We strengthen each other, right? So yeah, that is that message. Okay, I'm hearing that's it with those. Thank you, Freya. What do we have for time here? Okay, we're almost at an hour, so I'm going to be closing this off here because my kids are home and it is summer vacation. So before starting, I was asked to get these animal spirit cards here. So shuffle again? Okay. Hold on a second here. I'm excited that somebody wanted to use this deck because I haven't actually used it. It's just been sitting on my bookshelf for a long time. So, okay. Just pull my stool up here. Okay, Freya. Which animal spirits would like to connect with the collective that connect them with your energy? Oh, look at that. It's a cat. I don't know if you can see that, but I will show you in a moment. Okay. I was told to take this dragonfly one too. Okay. Okay, it says assertive. This is a cougar. In silence, you will find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. Yeah. Oh, I have goosebumps. Holy Hannah. Okay, I had a feeling a cat would come out, so I guess I'm not overly surprised there. I'm gonna move these over a tad so we can fit them all in. Okay, and then we've got change, dragonfly. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. All right, now let's move these over. We're gonna get a few, I heard. So, oh, all right, same question. Oh, I just heard, oh, yeah, goosebumps. I just heard cats may be of relevance to you guys. So if you don't have a cat, you might have been seeing a cat. I'm getting a lot of orange cats coming through, right? So maybe it could be an orange tabby or a cat with calico cat or a cat with orange, or maybe just a cat in general. The energy of cats is very important. And so that might be your familiar, or it might be some like a cat coming in to comfort you or to bring you this strength. Oh, whoa. Okay. Yeah. Goosebumps. Um, wow, this is a highly charged reading today. If a cat has been coming to you or does come to you, or you see a cat cross your path, or your cat is because cats are so independent. They just choose. They're the one who run the show typically. So if they're coming to you more frequently, take this as a message that they are embodying you with this strength, with this energy. Um, and with this freedom, that was the other thing. Yeah, this free-spirited nature. Because unlike dogs, dogs will follow your command. They will be there by your side. Cats they're quite different in their personalities that they're more free-spirited. They do whatever they want, not what they're told to do, right? So they align themselves with a completely different energy, which is coming through here of being spontaneous, doing what feels right, being in the flow of their own energy and at their own pace, and following their own direction, their own instincts. Oh, that's a big message. Your own instincts here. Trusting your intuition, trusting what inspires you, trusting your passions and your path. And yeah, so that is an amazing energy. So if you are finding that cats are coming across your path, or one just shows up, or somebody else's cat wants to sit on your lap, allow for that, as long as you're not allergic. Or just take it as your sign, your message that the cat spirit, the energy of cats, and their intuition as well are here to guide you. They are your animal spirit right now, okay? Same with dragonflies. All right. Any other animals that you would like recognized as a connection to you, Freya, and your energy? This one? Okay. Okay, so we've got singer, humpback whale. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. Right? Yes, that's what we were talking about. Alignment. This is all about aligning with what you choose for yourself as opposed to anything that anybody else is trying to distract you with or create chaos or conflict or tension in your life with. Um, Other people's opinions. None of that matters. What matters is the direction that you want to go in, your purpose, what's right for you, what feels good to you, and nothing else matters. So, for some of you, I'm getting that this may be something that you need to start expressing. You may have something to do with your experience that is now ready or right to be expressed in some way, whether that is verbally, we've got singing songs here. This could be creatively writing poetry, writing songs, singing songs, but it could also just mean that there is some aspect of you that is needing to be um, reflected back out to the world based on what it is that you have experienced in your own life. And this is this inspiration that's coming through, this creativity, right? Which allows you to tap into your spiritual energy, to channel, to access your joy and higher states of consciousness as well as awareness. Okay, do you want these cards? No. Okay, we'll get two more cards for you. And then we're going to close it off with a Sacred Rebel Oracle, which I was told to pull very specifically because, we all have that. If you're resonating with high energy, being a star seed or a light worker, grid worker, an earth angel, anything to that degree, shaman, spiritualist, then, you're likely a sacred rebel, just like Freya. And her energy was really calling this book and this deck forward. So, okay, do you have two more animals that the collective can connect to your energy with, Freya? I just looked at the clock and it says 12:37. And I was told that somebody needed that message. So you may want to Google that angel message and see what it actually means. Hmm. Okay, so we have greatness, elephant. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. Yeah, we were talking about that success, right? Taking inspired action rather than forcing yourself to do something or putting it off when you feel that inspiration instead of acting in that moment. This is going to bring you great success in your life if you take that inspired action, if you trust your nudges and you go with that flow of energy, you're going to be able to create so much faster and do so much more work in that energy, in that joy, in that, because that's your inner child nudging you, saying, okay, I'm ready. Let's do that. Okay, then we have vibrancy, the peacock. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility and avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. Yeah. Whew. And I just had a message come through about the brilliance of this crystalline energy, this rainbow energy, right? That also might be an indication for some of you. If you are an indigo child or a rainbow child or a crystal child, if you resonate with any of those things, then this is particularly important, the peacock for you, okay? So she's making that, oof, yeah, super goosebumps. She's making me very aware of that connection between the two, okay? but especially for those who resonate with being crystal or rainbow children. All right. And I just heard rainbow children can be taken as your crystalline frequency, your energetic frequency, or aura, or you could be a rainbow child. So that is also considered somebody who was born after their parents miscarried, after their mother had a miscarriage. So the next child that would be born would be called a rainbow child. So take that as it resonates for each of you, okay? I don't know if I showed you that card. Sorry. Let's do that first. And I don't know about you, but peacocks are one of my favorite animals. They are so gorgeous. And the first time that I learned that the female peacocks were all brown and had no fancy plumage or anything, it shocked me. I learned that a long time ago, but I remember, as a child chasing these at the farm. They had a farm where I lived, where they had a bunch of different animals that you don't normally see at other places, kind of like a zoo, but not quite the same. Anyhow, and I would chase them, and I always thought they were girls because they, were so pretty and dressed up and had makeup on. That's how I viewed them as a child. But yeah, and then eventually you learn, like, no, the women aren't the ones who have to put on the show, it's the men. Maybe that's a message for some of you. I don't know. Maybe you don't need to get dressed up as much. Maybe you have to recognize the vibrancy that is already existing within you, the beauty that's already existing within you. Okay, inventor, raccoon. Decide on what you really want. Yes, we were talking about that. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster. That shadow energy, that moon energy, right? And practice integrity, double integrity. All right. Yeah. So it's about not letting yourself slip into this shadow energy alongside of anybody else who's trying to pull you into it, right? Or even your self-sabotage. Could be that. You have many roles and can juggle them well. That is an important message. Thank you, Freya. Okay. Yeah, again, and that also just reiterates the message of recognizing your shadow, right? What's yours? What's somebody else's? And how do I take responsibility for my shadow aspects and deal with them in the moment to stay in my integrity as a human being? Okay, my loves, we are at the end. I am going to pull one of these Sacred Rebel Oracle cards for you to close off the message. Freya, what is your final message to the collective, please? Final message for the collective. Oh, yeah, and I just heard that there may be something that you need to be assertive with coming up, or you need to be assertive with yourself. But you need this power of being bold and assertive, which means that you need to take this action, this step to bring this energy to fully embody this strength, this energy. Um, yeah. So again, you can ask for help with that should you need extra assistance. Thank you. Oh, okay. So the card that we have is number 33. I don't know that there are any other numbers out on the table. No. So the number 33 may be of specific relevance to you. It might be a special number, somebody's age, a house number. Maybe you've been seeing a lot of threes, or you've been seeing 33, angel number. Or maybe, pardon me, maybe that has to do with your own birth chart. But the card is Heaven Sent. And before I read that, I'm going to have some water. All right, it says, just as we receive gifts in the physical world through the thoughtfulness of others to acknowledge how much we mean to them, so too we receive gifts on other levels, including the spiritual level. A spiritual gift is something that happens through grace. We can ask for help, and it may be given in response to that request. All requests for help are answered. A spiritual gift can also be given without us asking for anything at all, at least not consciously. Sometimes it is in our hearts that cry out for help. While we are busy getting on with our to-do lists, we don't often stop to think about what our hearts might need. If we do, an immediate solution is not obvious. We just get on with life, either letting the issue be or taking the more painful option of dwelling on it without seeing how it might be resolved. Yeah, we kind of touched base on that. Ruminating. Um, However, there is a loving benevolence in life that knows exactly what we need and how it can best come to us, even when we are not quite so clear. This force actively seeks to assist us in our in our waking life. No, I read that wrong. This force actively seeks to assist us in walking our life path. That loving sweetness is being offered to you now, or soon will be, in the form of a spiritual gift. Your spiritual gift may be symbolic. It may be something that seems ordinary but holds a lot of meaning to you. It might be an object that catches your eye and mesmerizes you. You might think you are appreciating how lovely it looks, but it is the underlying energy that captures you. Something in the appearance, color, or shape speaks to you and is perhaps answering an unspoken prayer. It is not hold on a second. I swear something just touched my thigh twice. I just shooed it away and then something just touched my bare skin again. Okay. Where was I? It is not the object that is the gift. This is just the wrapping. The actual gift is subtle yet effective empowerment. Yeah. It is like a spiritual booster shot that helps you move forward in life with additional zing, extra strength, and greater pace. Yeah. Great confirmation, Spirit. You will be empowered to accomplish tasks that you may have nearly or but not quite been able to manage on your own through the bestowal of a spiritual gift. The spiritual gift may or may not be recognizable to you. It may be very obvious, an offer, a windfall, a trip, a friendship, a new lover, a remarkable healing in a current relationship. It might be far more subtle and even more powerful, such as a jolt of energy that allows you to perceive things differently all of a sudden and perhaps solve a problem that has been plaguing you. It will be bestowed as and when it is needed in the form that will best serve the love in you. This oracle also brings you the message, let yourself be helped. Assistance is coming your way, so act on it and say yes. If you have also drawn oh, that doesn't apply. Blah, blah, blah. This oracle also comes with the message that you are to trust in the things that you feel and say to others without knowing why. It moves them. Yeah, okay. You might not understand, but through trust, you are allowing yourself not to overthink and censor yourself. As such, you are able to become a vessel through which the spiritual gift can be passed on to others. Don't block yourself. Let life happen through you. Only benefit can come from this. If you have drawn any other card, okay, that doesn't apply. Um, okay, so there's a healing process, but yeah, that really that channeling that I was talking about before, whether you do it creatively, whether it is through like hands-on things or singing or meditating or chanting like Om or something, or you're writing something, poetry, whatever it is, this is really about your intuition as well as this direct self-confidence, this energy, this flow, right? It's as much to do with your intuition. And so I do get a strong feeling that for some of you, your intuition is going to be the gift in itself, that your intuition is going to strengthen, or maybe you receive a spiritual gift that allows you to clearly see or feel or discern or hear messages from spirit, from your own spirit team, or maybe it's an energetic thing or the capacity to heal. But I'm getting a strong feeling of this intuitive energy coming through at this time. And this channeling aspect that I was talking about before really ties into this message that we just heard um, from this card, but also making sure you're not blocking yourself, right? This is the shadow energy within yourself, this mystery. If you allow yourself to go too deeply into it and stay in it, then, you know, there's a chance that you won't be able to move the energy in the right direction. So it'll be blocking you. Or if you allow yourself, as I was saying, to be scattered or to be affected by other people's moon energy, um, then that's going to affect your ability to think clearly or to have the energy that you need or the resilience that you need or the strength that you need to move forward in the way that you feel you need to, right? So that might be part of the gift for some of you that's coming through is whatever you felt like was perhaps lacking or not strong enough within you to move forward, then that's what you may be receiving. It's going to be different for each person. The healing process is say or repeat after me. Through unconditional love, I now accept the spiritual gifts that are bestowed upon me with complete trust and gratitude. So be it. If you want to write that down, you can say it a few times throughout the day or throughout the next week, but that will help. Okay. So that was your reading for today, folks. I hope you really enjoyed this reading. I got I really liked this reading today. It was super positive, super good. The energy was amazing. Had so many confirmations coming through. All these cats, all this energy, so many goosebumps. I'm full of goosebumps again. So I really appreciate you being here. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. Join our beautiful vibe tribe here. I want to give special thanks to your ancestors, to your Holy Spirit team, to your guardian angels, as well as to the goddess Freyja for imparting her wisdom and her information and guidance upon the collective today. I am so grateful for all of your participation today. And I want to thank each and every one of you who have returned to this channel. I really appreciate and I'm grateful for your energy in this energy exchange as well. I love you so much. If you did resonate with this reading, if you did enjoy it, then give it a thumbs up and feel free to leave a comment. All right. Love you. Have a great day.